Hello, my name is On Blast. This video did originally have an intro, but I couldn't find it in editing, so I am instead making a new one, basically. Me, Bronco, Spec, and the new friend's username is Firestar. We're taking a run. Bronco and I were running the Christmas cargoes. Rainbow ended up having a connection issue, so he wasn't actually with us, but he was in the chat. And then Firestar couldn't find anything, so he was just bobtailing. But we were just doing a run for the dolls. This isn't going to be the full video because it was a long trip. But it'll basically be highlights and funny moments. So enjoy.
You want to take lead since I'm lagging a bit?
If you're okay with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Because supposedly,
Firestar in
yeah, supposedly since you're lagging on my screen, I should lag on your screen.
You've been doing all right, but then again, you haven't been in front of me yet, so we'll see what's
all right.
I'm gonna have to catch up with y'all in a second.
So Firestar can take the rocking chair then.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so what's the rocking chair? I need to brush up on my trucking lingo.
Rocking chair is in the middle, basically.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's exactly where you are right now.
10-4.
And I lost. Apparently, my connection took a crap. That's why I left unexpectedly.
Very well.
Dang it. I'm not used to the frickin'... Yeah, so here's where 21 is the rev limit. Bronco.
Yeah. I could have sworn it was still like 22 something over an ATS.
Well, it was.
Well, it's not anymore. I want them to make it the same over here.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Be nice.
I keep sitting here running the limiter at 57 because I keep forgetting that I need to shift. I'm not used to shifting that low.
Alright.
Oh boy, this is a long drive.
I mean, it's only 1100.
Only.
It's nothing.
1,100 miles.
Yeah, it's nothing when we can run... You okay over there?
Yeah, we're cleaning out the frickin' basement because it was still dirty from when my dad tore apart the kitchen above it. And so now there's a bunch of old insulation in my lungs, and now I'm gonna fucking die.
Sounds fun.
That's nothing. Pressurized brake dust from brake drums straight into your lungs. That's what gets you.
Yeah, I don't ever want that shit in my lungs.
Oh, I've already inhaled enough to fuck me over for the rest of my life.
That's like it.
And just imagine once I started working on freaking big rigs and whatnot, they have bigger brake drums and bigger brake shoes.
And more dust.
brake
Yeah,
dust.
there you go.
There's not supposed to be brake dust. You're supposed to have this vacuumy thing. That's supposed to fuck.
Yeah, maybe they do, but then again, most
Actually,
of what I'm gonna be working on
I'm
is gonna
pretty
be mid-90s
sure. I'm pretty sure working on brake drums like that is illegal as fuck.
What, dusty? No, like
the brake drum dust.
well,
Like
I know what you're
not
getting at.
working on- Yeah.
I know what you're getting at. What you're thinking of is with the old brake drums that they used to have on cars, like my old pickup truck. They used to be made from asbestos, so you had to use to vacuum out the brake drums because you could get asbestos everywhere. And what a lot of mechanics used to do to get around that was they would just tamp the brake drums down on the floor and then clean that up. The problem was that would leave if the freaking commission came around and saw that, you'd get slapped with a big old fine because that was really illegal. But now it's all composite based, so that's a different story.
You read too many tech articles, dude.
Well, that's pretty much all Rainbow is tech articles. No practical knowledge.
Pretty much.
You take your corners a bit fast.
Yeah. Apparently there was talk about converting all trucks to air disc brakes.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea. That's about as good an idea as putting a freaking automatic transmission in a semi.
And yet that's happened.
Yes, I know, and drivers hate it.
I actually
But
talked
they,
to a guy who drove.
but they actually advanced over the time though.
Drivers still don't like it.
I talked to a guy who drives a new Cascadia, and it's a single axle with an Allison automatic in it, and he says it absolutely sucks.
I've never heard of a single axle Cascadia before.
Oh yeah, they exist.
Oh, there are trucks all over the road.
Are there?
Yep.
Speaking of 4x2s, Z, I got something cool to tell
What's that?
you. There's this old farm that I passed by on my drive home from college.
All right.
And the guy has in his yard a 4x2 and a 4x6 Brockway.
Huh.
Oh.
So now you've seen a Brockway and I've seen a Marmon. What are we missing? Autocar?
No, because I've seen one of those too.
I've seen Autocar.
You've seen Autocar and
There's
he's seen Autocar, okay.
There is a heavy hauler a town over from me. I've got pictures of it somewhere.
And it's an autocar?
It's an autocar.
Nice.
It's a big autocar.
Nice.
It's got one of those big old like 70-ton heavy haul trailers with the axles that turn and everything.
No shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's fucking huge.
Apparently in Age of
one that I
Extinction,
saw.
that's what Optimus Prime was at first, was that Marmon.
No, he was a Freightliner cab over at first.
Yeah.
He was never a Marmon except for in the movie because Michael Bay doesn't know the difference between his fucking trucks.
Well, why should he?
Of course he doesn't. It's Michael Bay.
He knew what kind of truck
Michael
the
Bay-
first Optimus Prime was, which was a Peterbilt 279.
Michael Bay wrote Pearl Harbor and did what he did with it. Enough said.
Do you know that video where it's like a kid throws something at another guy from across the ping pong table, and the guy just shoves the ping pong table and goes after him?
Yeah.
Substitute the kid for Japan, the
And
thing
the
he
guy for
throws
the
for a
US.
plane, the guy for the U.S., and his fist for a nuke when he goes after the kid.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's essentially it. Yo, dude, pick a lane.
I didn't realize I had to get off. I was getting over because this is exit only, and then I looked at my map and was like, oh, I actually have to get off.
It's exit only. Oh wait, I have to take this exit.
You could have gotten onto the exit from that lane.
Well, I could have, but why should I? Slow traffic's supposed to stay in the right lane.
This is
There's a bush in the middle of the road.
Was there? Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
I also find it funny that from the Second World War, the Sherman got such a bad rap as being a death trap, when it really wasn't.
Sherman's a tank, right?
Yeah, the Sherman tank. Basically think of the stereotypical tank that you see for the U.S. from World War II. That's the Sherman.
Gotcha. That's what I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure.
And they got such a huge rap as being death traps because they were like, oh, the guns was underpowered and this, that, the other thing. The funny thing is, the Sherman was the most survivable tank of the entire war.
Oh,
Hey, don't forget the target practice stewards.
Oh god, the fucking stewards.
I was just gonna say.
You're fucked.
Never mind.
Okay, I was playing War Thunder one day,
See?
and I got 5 kills.
Let me guess, ammo
mediums.
rack?
3 mediums, 2 heavies, probably ammo racks. I lost the recording.
No, let me guess, you got killed by an ammo rack?
Oh yeah.
Thought so. You were in a Stewart?
It went. No, I like turned the corner and there was a tiger sitting right in front of me, and my first thought was, well,
Shit.
fuck.
And you were in a Stewart, weren't you?
I was still in the Stewart, yes, and I was going good up until that point.
Yep.
And it
you
just
probably
went
went
right
right.
to the front,
I was about to say
gunner,
right. Gunner, ammo, probably into the engine.
Oh yeah, it went into the engine.
You're preaching to the choir.
It ripped right through me.
You are preaching to the choir. Ugh, trust me, I just unlocked the second variant of the Sherman, and you got that big patch on the side, right where a big clump of ammo always sits. I'm like, well, fuck, I can never have that side pointing towards the enemy because it's instant death, but it's always pointing towards the enemy. And then you die by an ammo rack.
Well, that sounds like a default. Stupid design. Would that be considered crappy design or asshole design?
Crappy. No. But like, the crazy thing was, like, when you compare it to a lot of the other tanks of the war, the Sherman was one of the most survivable tanks if it got knocked out. Because a lot
Just
of
as
the
long as it
others-
didn't have an ammo rack right against the wall.
Yeah, pretty
Can we get an economy check? My average is 4.5.
3.3.
Well, there we go. My truck is better on fuel than yours.
Well, I would sure hope so. It's made out of fiberglass.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes.
Yes.
You know, kind of.
It depends on what you're looking at. If I want to run a demolition
Depends on if
derby,
you're trying to ram shit.
yeah, there you go. If I want to run a demolition derby, then yes, it's a bad thing. If I want to save on fuel, no.
Fuck fuel economy. Life's too short to worry about MPG.
It'll be really short if you run out of money because you've been paying so much for fuel.
I'm bobtailing.
Yeah, I know you're Bob.
What's your economy?
What's your
5.1.
5. Wow.
You.
Okay, Kenworth Master Race.
Wow, we're almost at the halfway point. Well, you probably are. I'm almost at the halfway.
Yeah, how'd you drop so far back, by the way?
It was coming off of that one exit. I got hung up somewhere. Oh, when we were
I'm
going
like
around that,
781 miles
when we were
away.
going around that one corner when we were changing highways, I accidentally took it too quick trying to catch up to you guys and had to use the guardrail to keep from rolling over.
Gotcha. You want us to slow up?
No, you're alright.
I mean, I can drop it down to 60. You'll catch up to us.
Yeah, sure. Go
Alright.
ahead. How far is your delivery out?
It's 6:51.
Okay,
I'm
so
770 right now.
you're only 10 miles ahead of me, so
10-4.
won't take me long to
Oh,
get.
I see you on my tab.
I don't.
780 meters out.
Let me see. I see you. 8:32. You popped
Yep,
off.
you just popped up.
Yep. There you are.
I'm closing.
You're the honorary Rusty now, Rainbow. You always have to be about 100 or so miles behind us.
This just yeah, right. He always was like.
No, like, we would leave at the same time, and then halfway through the trip, he'd be 150 miles behind us somehow.
Every time. I don't know what happened. Rusty, where are you? I don't know. How far away are you from the drop? 230 miles? I'm 380. What? How'd that happen?
We'd be halfway across the frickin' country. It's like, how did you get over there?
Hey, when's the last time you talked to Scorpion?
The last time I actually talked to him vocally was a while ago, but I was just texting with him the other day.
Not really.
Yeah, he keeps trying to get me to play GTA 5.
I know GTA 5 probably doesn't play that well on your computer.
Well, it's not even that. I have GTA 5 on the computer specifically to play with mods. In order to play online, I gotta turn all my mods off.
That's what I plan on doing when I get when I get a better computer and all that. I'm planning on playing GTA 5 on. You ever heard of 5M?
Yep.
Yeah, I plan on getting 5M so I can do some role playing and all that. I want to join either OCRP or Department of Justice roleplay.
I had a friend in my last VTC who was trying to get me to play Grand Theft Auto 5 with him, but that never fucking went anywhere because the fucking server we were on disappeared and he blocked me for no reason.
Nah.
I
There
don't
it
even
is.
know why. It was just I came back from having no internet and I was so excited to finally talk to him again. It's just like this user has blocked communications with you. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
so you more or less know what it was like when Rusty deleted the server we were on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
we're-
still
we're-
we were in a group chat in the server, and all of a sudden I couldn't hear Z anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I look on my Discord, and the freaking server's gone.
Yeah.
All right, bring it up
no,
to 65.
10-4.
Hey, you ever heard of the PC builder called Origin PC?
Oh god, yeah, I've heard of Origin.
Possibly.
They make
I was
some powerhouse rigs.
Oh yeah, they do. I was actually looking at probably getting one from them.
Where are you gonna
What
get
are
the
you
money?
doing, truck? Watch this truck on the right lane.
You can. There's an option you can do monthly payments on. Yeah. The one I was configuring, it had an RTX 2070.
Jesus Christ.
I know. I wanted to
You're
go
gonna be
for
paying
20.
years on that fucking computer.
No, if you got for the 2080 Ti, then that's like over $120 a month.
That's what I'm saying. You'd be paying that.
You realize that's more than some people pay for their cars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not my family.
You got your pickup for $500. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about monthly payments.
Well, I'm just saying, imagine your $500 truck as monthly payments. It would be way less than that, is my point.
Oh yeah. But wait, which pickup are we talking about? The first pickup I got for 500, or the second pickup truck I got for 500?
Combine them, it'd probably still be less.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Heck, you could probably throw my
Yeah,
$900 car in there. Still be less.
Yeah. Then again, I did buy the trucks 3 years apart, and one of them is mostly torn apart at the moment. So
You had tri-yearly payments of $500.
try yearly payments.
Okay, what time is it now?
Late. That's what time it is.
My Ranger is a 5-speed manual.
As is my old F-250.
I've got a 6-speed manual on my Mini.
Unfortunately, I currently have an automatic. I know how to drive a manual, I just don't have one.
You're not part of the cool kids club.
I've driven a semi. Have any of you?
I have.
Oh.
I've driven. I have driven my uncle's International, which is hard as fuck to shift. I've driven my neighbor's International, which is hard as fuck to shift. And then I've driven my grandpa's Western Star, which is a fucking dream to shift.
Yeah, I've heard Western Stars are good for
Because it's a
shifting.
Western Star. Western Stars are the Cadillacs of
They are.
semi-trucks.
Unless you're getting a Marmon. Well, Marmon's the Rolls Royce of trucks.
Marmon's the Rolls Royce. Western Star's the Cadillac.
I am so falling asleep right now.
Like every adult for the first time, it's kind of scary being on your own, having to handle everything.
Yes. Ugh, being 18 sucks.
What's all required to get your CDL learners?
You need to take the test.
You need to take a written test, and you need to take a skills
Well, to get the learners, you just have to take the written test.
oh yeah, you just have to take the learner's test. The person you're driving with also has to have had their CDL. Well, they have to be 21.
Yeah.
Over 21.
I know somebody who is over 21 and has their class A.
So do I!
Yes, but your someone didn't get fired from Swift on day 1.
No, he didn't. He's actually a successful truck driver.
If you get fired from Swift...
Exactly, that's what we said.
Now, hold on. Because I always shit talk my buddy for this, but it actually wasn't his fault. So, he got hired to Swift after getting out of training school. And he went over there, but before he could even step foot in a truck, the people at Swift told him that they want him to do 2 months of additional training. And so he said, I don't have the money to do 2 months of additional training. And they go, it's okay, we'll pay for it after you start working for us, but you'll have to front the money for right now. And he's like, all right, whatever. So he took out a loan so that he could go do 2 more months down in Illinois to go work for Swift.
Okay.
He does the 2 months, comes back home, and there's a letter in the mailbox waiting for him. Guess who it's from? It's from Swift saying he's fired.
What?
I would have sued them after that.
I might have told it wrong because I've told this story so many goddamn times. I've gotten so many details wrong. I could have missed stuff in there, but that's basically the gist of it. They told him that he needed more training. He did the training, tried to get back in contact with him, and they basically told him he was fired. But technically they had never hired him. So the joke is they So the joke is always that he got fired from Swift on day 1.
Well, technically, if they never actually hired him, he got fired on day 0.
I'm not sure if that's better or worse.
Well, it's Swift,
Yeah,
so
right.
it's probably better.
Yeah, right.
I know y'all would have been pissed off if y'all got fired.
I wouldn't have been trying to get a job at Swift.
I was just like,
Yeah,
dude,
no.
you honestly wanted to go work for Swift? And he goes, yeah, why? He goes, I know all the jokes and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, you honestly wanted that on your trucker's resume?
And I mean, they're not even all jokes. I have seen Swift drivers make stupid mistakes.
Hey,
Well,
you
I
want to
mean-
know something?
What?
The stereotypes are there because they happen at one point. Sorry.
DHL is the Swift of postal deliveries. I swear to God.
Is it? I thought it was FedEx.
I was driving down the frickin' one of the main roads in my town the other day, and it's a 35-mile-an-hour zone, and everybody goes 40, and here comes this fucking yellow ass DHL van flying past me at 60 to 65 miles an hour.
Dang.
Like, what the fuck? Are you stupid?
He said,
Your mama drop you on your head.
get there.
You should have
Oh,
heard
I've
us
never-
talking in our private car earlier. We were talking about truck. I was talking about a truck. I was looking at a truck that was.
How many more
actually-
times are you going to say truck in this sentence?
Truck,
Truck, help it.
truck. Jesus Christ, dude, you're on my ass.
See,
Heck off.
yeah.
Heck off and buy me dinner first. Jesus.
I
Remember was
did.
talking about
I grabbed
that Ford F-150,000?
and downshifted 3 gears.
Well, I got a bit of turbo one just now. I don't know where it came from.
I don't know where those bull bars stuck to the ass end of my truck came from, officer. I swear. Meanwhile, I don't know where the bull bars that were on the front of my truck went, officer. I swear.
Oh, shut up! I only have 550 horses in this truck. Let's have an interesting conversation. Everyone's dream truck, if they could have any truck, and what everyone thinks their first truck will be.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll go first.
Oh.
My dream truck would be a Peterbilt 281 needle nose with an unnecessarily large sleeper. The truck I think I'm probably going to have for my first truck that I own, is going to be a 96 Volvo WIA.
Well, of course.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Aren't they? Thank you.
Oh, God.
There's one that there's a. Oh, on truck paper, there's a 4x2 WIA. It's got the short, tall sleeper.
Yes, I love that.
Oh my God, I want to buy it, but I want to put it on a 6x4 chassis. At
Right.
some point.
All right.
It's got a 60 series Detroit,
Ooh.
and it comes with a 4-car trailer.
Yeah, that's what most of them have, were the Series 60 Detroit.
All right, we'll just go in the line of the convoy. So fire's next.
All right.
Dream
So-
truck, and what do you think your first will be?
My dream truck, square dash 379 extended hood with the standard driver cab and a 63-inch stand-up sleeper with the sleeper fairings, 6x4, 3406 B Cat, 13 speedy.
Yes, 13 speed.
Hey, I'll give him this. He put a 3406 in it.
3406 is my dream engine in everything.
Now,
Partially because I have family ties with Caterpillar. My uncle designed the tractor transmissions my grandpa designed tractor transmissions for Caterpillar, and my uncle works for them.
oh no shit, nice. No, go ahead. What do you think your first truck that you're gonna drive is gonna be? The 9000?
Yeah, 79 Ford CLT 9000 with a 8V71 TA Detroit.
Yes, that's my dream engine. Well, AV92 actually. But.
It's got a single stack, but it's gonna get a second stack at some point.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fucking screaming demon.
Alright, so me next. Now, Z's the only one who's gonna know what I'm talking about. So this is why I'm saying it like this. So Z, which one do you think I should go for a dream? Proper Reaper's Cadillac or proper Luna Cursor?
I'd say proper Luna Cursor because she's your baby.
Fair enough. Alright. So, sit on back and listen to this, Fire.
It's a bit on the crazy side.
It's a bit on the crazy side, and it's a bit of a long one. 1987, Peterbilt 359, last generation of the Peterbilt.
Last generation 359, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant, sorry. 8x4 chassis, 63-inch flat top sleeper, 3406 under the hood. But there's a twist with the 3406. It's got 4 turbos and cranks 1700 horsepower hooked up to a 20-speed twin-stick transmission.
Oh,
That's my dream.
that sounds abso-fucking-lutely badass.
Right?
And it's painted just like the truck that's rolling behind you.
All right.
Now
What do you think your first is gonna be? Because I actually don't know this one.
First owned or first driven?
First owned. I've already done my first driven, so.
Fair enough. I was gonna say, if it was first driven, it would probably be a 80s Freightliner that I'm gonna have to drive when I'm down at college. First owned is probably either going to be one of the... No, I think that it's probably either going to be a Peterbilt 379 or a old International. Because one of the farms up by where I am has a bunch of old rigs laying around. They still use them from time to time, but they cycle them out because they have a lot of running problems, and the farm just beats the piss out.
Right.
But the bodies are still good, and they have a mix of like old 379s, and there might even be a 388 or two mixed in there as well, and the old Internationals. So that'll probably end up being what I buy first, because I know the people who own the farm, and I can probably get a decent price.
Right. All right. So that brings us on to Spec.
Dead last.
Dead last.
First-
that's normal.
First truck be a 95 LTL 9000. The one I'm looking at is a hold on. What description?
Got a truck sitting in the right
It
lane.
has an 1810 speed.
Yep.
Has a Detroit. It's a Detroit Series 6 engine with 500 horse. The 1810 speed.
That's a lot of horsepower to be on a 10-speed.
Yeah.
I've seen more. I've seen more on a 10 speed.
I'm not saying that it can't be. I'm just saying that that's surprising. That's a lot of horse on a 10.
Dream truck Spec.
Fucker.
Do what?
I was
Oh my gosh! Look how many miles this thing has on it.
Rainbow,
Well,
stop
well,
looking at your truck. You can look at it later. What's your dream truck?
Oh yeah, dream truck. That would have to be a. Shoot, I got a lot of dream trucks.
Yeah, pick
one.
I had to
your
pick
absolute favorite.
I had to pick
the one
between
that you
Reaper's
would drive
Cadillac
all
and
the
Luna
time.
Cursa.
I mean, I was picking between like 7 different trucks, so.
I had to pick between Reaper's Cadillac and Luna.
I will get to say it will be a 97 379 with the long chassis on it.
Really?
Fair enough.
Yeah, that is his style.
That definitely is Rainbow style.
I was browsing truck paper one day and I saw one of those. It had a 3406E and a 18 speed, but the catch was it had a Max Superliner sleeper.
I don't care. It has a 3406 and an 18
Yeah.
speed. I want it.
And it's a Ford. I mean,
It sold a few months ago, but it had a Max Superliner sleeper on the back.
I
you
don't
can
care.
take the sleeper
It's a
off.
It's a Ford with 3406 and an 18 speed. That instantly means it belongs to me.
There was one time I saw in truck paper, it was a 1963 Kenworth W925 needle nose.
Really?
Yeah. It had the classic stripes paint job
What
on it.
color
It
was
was
it?
yellow. Like
Oh.
piss yellow.
It was
There-
probably a faded.
That's. I think it's still up there, but there's a. I think it's a '69
No, this was
Needle
this
nose
was
coward.
definitely a 63.
Why?
Yes, let's
I
just
don't
all
remember,
go
but
for the
it
same
was
spot at
quiet.
once.
I'm not going for the same spot. I have to go around the back again.
I know, I was just making a joke.
Remember? Don't you remember I set my parking to always complex?
Yeah, I have mine on random.
3 weeks ago.
Oh, then I must have watched it. Oh, there's Rainbow. Shoot.
Yep.
Rainbow!
He knew what he was doing too.
You little shit, get back here.
No, no, no.